Hey, welcome to the For the People podcast. I'm your host, Vision X. This is a show for the people, by the people, to bring power back to the people. We are joined by Miss Maya, our history teacher herself. And we are
Hey
joined
y'all.
by and we're joined by the Queen of Judges, Miss Nikki.
Hey, everybody.
All right, so there's a lot going on. This is a continuation of what happened with um, Charlie Kirk, and then also there has been some other things that has happened outside of that. And so I want to just bring everything to the forefront so we can all talk about it. And we're going to show the first video today of Charlie Kirk. Somebody said, "Why does he want children to witness executions?" This is stuff that Charlie Kirk said. People are being fired from their jobs because of this stuff. People are being harassed. People are getting death threats, all because a neo-Nazi racist with the neo-Nazi party in power is allowing this stuff to happen. And now everything is being censored, including, I don't know if you know, Jimmy Kimmel. They just took him off the air today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going down. So let's take a look at what Charlie Kirk said.
I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed. And I think that would be justice. You think children should have, you should see, what is the age? What age should you start to see public execution? 16. I think you could do it earlier. I think you maybe at age 12, whenever, sixth grade or so, you are a person, they're old enough to, you need to like really wallow in it and have them be broken on a wheel or anything. But if it was something like chopping, if we had a guillotine or something, I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day. I want to watch that execution.
So what do y'all think about this? They're making him into this national hero. They got all these posters out here. You can't say anything about him. I don't know if your feed has the same information. Everything on my feed now is somebody being terminated because they spoke what he said, but they're being terminated from their job. While people that are in support of him are getting to keep their jobs. What do you think?
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, my bad. I just feel like it's all a bunch of bullshit, and it's just showing just how racist America is, because this man pretty much incited violence on other genders, races. He didn't like anybody. If you wasn't a straight white male, he didn't care for you. He felt like women shouldn't have rights. He felt like 10-year-old girls, if they were raped by a grown-ass man, they should be forced to have the baby. He felt like black women didn't have no mind. He could, and then to even sit there and say you were Christian, but you feel like children should witness a public execution, but y'all sitting there telling people to put your flags half. Like, we don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk that much. We really don't. We don't give a fuck. And y'all to say he's not a neo-Nazi, why all the neo-Nazis like really going hard for him now that he gone? If that wasn't his community, why are they going so hard for him now? Why is it that freedom of speech is being taken away because Jimmy Kimmel's show is gone? People losing their job off of what they saying on social media. I thought this is a country where we have freedom of speech. Apparently the fuck not when it comes to Trump and his gangsters, because that they a bunch of thugs.
I think this is their way. They're gonna try to get rid of black people one way or the other. So the whole goal, I think, is to just make us all destitute. Because at one point, the end game here with them is to get us back to slavery. It's not going to be in the field. So it's either going to be, if you go to, your only choices are going to be jail or the military. That's the two choices. Because when you're homeless, you get to be
Stipulations on keeping us out the military.
exactly. So it's either going to be making us destitute to the point of homelessness, so they can lock us up, and then you're still getting your free labor. You get your slave labor for free. That's the end game here. The fact that like people are losing their jobs for saying his actual words. This is the thing about MAGA. They're just a walking contradiction. They're walking contradictions. It's about free. I want them to say the quiet part out loud. I want you to say it's freedom of speech for people that look like me and are Republicans. If you are not white and you are not Republican, you don't get free speech. It does not apply to you. Come out and say the motherfucking quiet part out loud, because that's what it is. The minute MAGA say some outrageous shit, again, take George Floyd, all the fucking memes, all the
Yep.
jokes to this day. They love bringing it ever since we did this last special. They've been in my comments with George Floyd jokes, talking about, oh, he can't, at least Charlie Kirk can breathe. I'm like, the bitch can't breathe no more. So what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Like, it's not the gotcha you wanted to be, or just shit like that. So it's like y'all get to do that, and then you call us snowflakes for calling y'all out about it. Oh, y'all just soft. You can't take a joke. We got freedom of speech, but then when we strike
Can't
back,
take it through, but
they
y'all
can't. Yeah.
fight.
So this is my thing. This is why I don't give a fuck. Y'all want to talk? Y'all want it to desecrate the memory of George Floyd? You want to make jokes? You want to make memes? I'm making jokes and memes about Charlie fucking Kirk. Every chance I fucking get, I'm doing all the fucking things, and you can tell they mad because the Kirk neckbone one, it's got over 3,000 likes, but 12,000 shares. MAGA be in the fucking comments adding these little fucking funky ass Republicans conservative pages. I'm gonna block all you, and I'm gonna block you, bitch. Like, what are we doing here? I don't have no fear of that shit. MAGA ain't gonna do nothing. They talk a lot of shit, but they ain't gonna fucking do nothing. And to anybody MAGA that's watching this shit, pull up in your F-150 and you gonna leave in a fucking black bag. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Another thing I don't like is that they vice president is inciting people to dox people.
Yes.
That is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Because
actually on
there's no
Fox
law for
News.
us.
You-
There's no law. But I have been enjoying the ones, because I saw a video today where the guy, he started, oh my God, y'all sent me a letter and talked about how I'm gonna lose my job. And he was like,
Landlord.
I think so. He's like, I own the fucking building, bitch. Like, this is my LLC you sent it to. Like, I love the gotcha when you put the shit back on them. And I can't wait for Stone to wrap this shit up, because I'm gonna put that bitch business out there. Because y'all can
Period.
make all the threats you want. You make threats to people. You want to dox people. I don't give a fuck. The shit is illegal. And oh, I found it on a website. I don't give a fuck where you found it. But if you have malicious intent, that's a crime. And if I find my shit out there, I'm pressing charges on all you bitches. What Denzel say? I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting cases on all y'all.
and I want to read
Cause
some of the comments.
the job ain't gonna do nothing when you sitting in a goddamn cell. Let's see how long they
I
wait
was
on you.
gonna say, well, I'm a homeowner and I done already got fired. So do what y'all got to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they like Loki, a motherfucker letting me go next year. Like, bitch, do what the fuck you you gonna do. Like, it don't matter. Like, a
Mhm.
bitch gonna bounce back either fucking way. So what he's doing is you're making the economy worse. You already
Right.
got all these black women out of work. The job numbers are down. You got more in play. You, even though you fired the people that's in charge of the numbers because you didn't like them,
Mhm.
it's still making the economy worse. Because if everybody is out of a fucking job, they can't buy shit. And if they can't buy shit, your business don't make no fucking money. So go ahead, MAGA. Y'all the same ones. Oh, I'm glad Target got rid of DEI, knowing good and fucking well y'all can't even afford Target. Your bitches go to Walmart because you can't afford Target.
And I want to read some of the comments here from the actual viewers that actually send messages to them. So B Claymore says, "Calling yourself a Christian is an easy way to make millions off suckers." Vivart Atori, whatever, if that's correct. Rest in peace, Melissa Hortman. TNT 356300. Turns out MAGA doesn't really want to see public executions after all. Officially, Mabry. How's this man being honored in any way or shape or form? And so I'm going to play the next videos. I'm going to play two that's been happening right now. We're going to go through Charlie Kirk's greatest hits, and we're going to see about this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one.
Kirk describes King as, quote, a bad guy. It's true. And Kirk's self-described very, very radical view that the country made a mistake when it passed the Civil Rights Act. Also true. As we note in the piece, Kirk has previously described Kirk as a hero and a civil rights icon. It's true. I used to be wrong. What inspired Kirk to shift his view on MLK? Why does Kirk think that MLK is a bad guy? When Kirk says that MLK says, quote, one good thing he didn't believe, what does he mean by that? Why does Kirk believe passing the Civil Rights Act was a mistake? Now, again, apparently they don't listen to the show because we do that at least once a week, right? Once a week we talk about why the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. We note in our piece that Kirk describes King as, quote, a bad.
All right, let's try his next one.
And I wanted to make sure that, after that conversation, we talk about the positives. And then we also get into some of the other implications of this. We're a truth-seeking show. But I can say declaratively, this guy is not worthy of a national holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really harmful. What do we have, guys? Rough Greens? Roughgreens.com. You've heard me talk about Rough Greens, how it's literally helping thousands of dogs feel better and live longer, including my dog, Mr. Briggs. Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, who created Rough Greens, is also an airborne ranger. Dog food is dead food, but Rough Greens has essential vitamins and minerals, omega oils, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and all the things you need. You can get a free Jumpstart trial bag so your dog can try it. Go to roughgreens.com/Kirk. I want your thoughts. This shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad. It was evil. But what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. I mean, 4,000 Black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation. But
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been.
That affected the generational psyche of an entire group of people?
I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying this shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was, so it's very simple. So how do you love somebody? You love them so much to correct their error. Yeah. And so let's just, take the pride conversation out because people think it's an identification, but it's not. It's just sexual behavior. But it's, if you meet an alcoholic or you meet a drug addict, do you affirm their struggle? No. You say, you're better than this. Let's get you free from that. Let's get you free from that activity. Yeah, and so it's very simple. So how do you love somebody? You love them so much to correct their error. Yeah. Is in Leviticus 18, is that thou shalt lay with another man shall be stoned to death. Just saying. So, Miss Rachel, you quote Leviticus 19, love your neighbor as yourself. The chapter before affirms God's perfect law when it comes to sexual matter. Is in Leviticus 18, I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that it does a lot of damage, but I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that it does a lot of damage, but I can't stand the word. These people are sick, and I don't say that lightly. The NCAA is a perverted organization. They platformed a biological male who won a national championship and then was allowed in incredibly disturbing detail to be around you and your fellow competitors. And again, I blame the decline of American men. This never should have been, someone should have just took care of it the way we used to take care of things in the 1950s or 60s. But, as you have testosterone rates go down and men start acting like women and they don't do anything, then, hey, who's to say? You're going to look, there are a lot of sick people in the world, unfortunately, and without the strength to go against them, the country is going to completely, and these people, I hate being lied to, and I hate being propagandized. And this weekend, there was an all-out propaganda campaign trying to make it seem as if Israel is intentionally starving the people of Gaza. I hate being lied to, especially by the media networks. They lied.
I was hate crime 5 times in one night, okay? 3 of them by Trump supporters.
What happened to you?
Okay, for one of them, I was just walking, and then I see this truck full of 4 white men pass by me, MAGA apparel, everything, And then...
Did they say this is MAGA country?
Anyways, they drove past me, and they were like, can you bend over?
Okay, so they said the N-word on campus to you?
Well, yes.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so what happened to them when you reported them?
I didn't report them.
Really? Okay, so maybe it didn't happen.
Okay, anyways.
I don't believe you. I'm being honest, I don't believe you. I think you're making it up.
Okay.
Spiritual battle is coming to the West.
We low-key can cut this shit.
It's a lot.
Cut the fucking cameras.
So you see this guy, this is what gets me, because he also says something about Ketanji Jackson, right? Him and Nick Fuentes. Both of them are college dropout in their freshman year. And most white dudes that I knew that was in college, they either dropped out or did not achieve what they were supposed to achieve. And they always had to blame somebody else for why they didn't do something. Even at work, it was the same thing. Oh, well, this because of this black person or this Latin person over here, I wasn't able to achieve something. And I'm just like, you had the same, actually, you had more of an opportunity than anybody else. You had a 400 hair start, and you still were not able to achieve that. And then on top of that, this guy, doesn't want empathy, but now everybody's supposed to show him empathy now. This is his quote. And then in addition to that, the Second Amendment of right, according to him, this was necessary for people to be unalived by shootings, for us to keep the Second Amendment. So what do y'all think of that?
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end mine. Every time, as more and more clips of him come out, his death was justified. Now you can feel how anybody watching this video, MAGA, black MAGA, your black ass coons that you may not be MAGA, but you fucking MAGA light. I said what I said. I meant what the fuck I said, and I'm not taking it back. His death is fucking justified. And for all you motherfuckers, oh well, like when I post my little jokes, my memes or whatever, it's oh, this is disgusting or this is sick. I didn't agree with him, but you shouldn't celebrate his death. I'm not celebrating his death. Making a fucking joke ain't celebrating. Do you have me on camera dancing in the goddamn street? Now when Trump died, I'm gonna be Martha and the motherfucking Vandellas in this bitch. That's for sure. But he like I said, he lived like he died, talking out the side of his fucking neck. He died for what he believed in. He literally said that kids should see public executions, and every kid on that campus saw a public execution. You said gun violence was the price you paid for the Second Amendment. Okay, wrap it the fuck up, cause you don't have nothing to stand on. And yet, and the irony is that they trying to make this motherfucker Martin Luther King for the white folks. So you gonna say Martin Luther? First of all, bitch, you don't even need to have Martin Luther King name in your fucking mouth. You're upset that he has a holiday. He was upset about Juneteenth. Oh, this is a day of black complaining. I'm going to work. Go to work, bitch. The holiday ain't for you. And then Trump, oh y'all, everybody gets too many holidays off as is. Fuck you, bitch, because you ain't never worked the fucking 9 to 5 in your motherfucking life.
Sure
You
hasn't.
gaudy ass bitch. He is what it looks like when a poor person has gotten to some money. Even though he came from money, he has it in his mind that rich is like fucking Philip Drummond penthouse. It's fucking gaudy and got gold every fucking where and shit like that. Did y'all see where he slipped the fuck up and said, really smart people hate me?
Mm-hmm.
Implying that he's a dumb motherfucker and then calling his base dumb in the fucking process. All this type of shit all this type of shit that they doing. Like the more and more I hear this motherfucker talk, the more his death is justified. Is justified to me. And I'm never gonna give a fuck. Fuck him. Like I
So,
said, fuck him, fuck the wife and the kids too. Oh, you shouldn't say that about the kids. I wasn't asking your motherfucking approval.
You know what gets me about them saying something about the kids? But everybody supporting what's going over in Gaza. We seen the videos on this channel. We see it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
There was just I call it social media after dark. That's when they show you stuff that you don't get to see in the
Yeah.
daytime. So it's usually like between 11 and like 4 o'clock, and then it goes back to regular social media with cooking and etc. But one was where this kid, their skin was just hanging. The skin was just hanging. The other one, the whole baby's ribs was blown out. The other one, the
Oh
little
my
girl,
God.
her sister was hit by a truck, and they picked her. She's at number 8 years old. She picked her up and had to carry her to wherever this thing can get food. No resources, no nothing. And then I guess a couple of days ago, I was seeing this video, and we're going to probably play this on Sunday because I didn't have this information here. What bothered me, I guess they were telling them that they could go ahead and leave out the camp, but then what they did is they bombed it. So I'm just sitting here like, so we supposed to care about Charlie Kirk's children, but nobody cares about what's going on over there. We supposed to care about theirs, but nobody cares about what's going on in Congo and Uganda and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, he's getting the same treatment that everybody else get. Everybody always talk about
right.
men, women, and children. I don't see the difference. What are you about to say, Maya?
No, I was saying right now. I like the fact check, and while he was around there running his fucking chapters, because that's all he can't. Well, he can't do it anymore because he did. Anyway, I pulled out my Bible and I went to Leviticus 18, like he said. And he said that people who lay with man shall not, be stoned and all that stuff, like he said. Now, reading this whole chapter, because I read it while he was still talking, because he was very long winded in all them fucking clips. He ain't got no wind no more. Anyway, Leviticus 18, since they want to bring up Leviticus, none of you shall approach any one of his close relatives to uncover nakedness. You fucking pervert. Since you want to bring up Leviticus, that is what Leviticus says. Now, it does say on Leviticus 18:22, you shall not lie with a male as with a woman, it is an abomination. It does say that. It don't say they should be stoned to death. He made that up. So for everybody who say he's so holy and so godly, he is twisting the Bible for his own good. He made that up. It is not in the Bible. God never said it. But what God did say is that y'all shouldn't lay with y'all kids and y'all shouldn't lay with y'all grandkids. So if you get a second, read Leviticus chapter
Read the whole
18, because
thing.
the entire chapter goes through: you shall not lay with your mother, you shall not lay with your daughter, you shall not lay with your brother's sister, you shall not lay with your father's daughter. Like it goes through the entire list of people you shall not lay with, but yet you European immigrants love laying with fucking kids that are relatives, you fucking pervert.
And about to lower the age limit. Did you hear they're really about to lower the age limit from 16 to 14? I was seeing that in the news today, and I'm sitting here looking like, so this gives these old white men free range to just touch on little kids. I said,
Yep.
what's next? 12 years
They
old?
always talk about it. Give context. You're not look. What about the context? The context is there. If he talking about
It wouldn't
he
be no
talking
clip if he ain't say it.
exactly. Then he's saying like he's talking about something. Okay, you want like with the thing. So he want when we give Charlie Kirk words back to them. Oh, what about the context? There is no context. But then when
Context.
you talk about the Bible and shit, you leave everything the fuck else out to fit your narrative. What about that fucking context? Because you're not reading the whole chapter. You just reading the part that you want to read to do your narrative. And to go just like I think we might have touched on it, but white people, their ego gonna get them fucked up every time. Cause imagine being so that you can't pray to if they all about the Bible, then what does it say in the Bible? Skin of bone, hair of wool, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're so racist. Your ego is so bruised by a black man having that much power over people, having that wide of a what I'm trying to say. My words failing me now, but you get what I mean. Like just having that type of um impact on like countries and people and all that. That you had to go and change his skin color and hair type so that you could say for the sole purpose of saying that God is white. And if God is white and he's perfect, then this shows you that white people are the superior race. If God is the superior being and he's white, then white people are the superior race. That is the only reason they did that shit. Because why else? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Wait,
why would you
so
change how he looks to fit your narrative? And what gets me about black people that y'all still got a chokehold on white Christianity, got you in a chokehold, y'all will go praise and jump, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. But you go into a church with a picture on the wall of what Jesus don't look like, while at the same time, which contradicts what his description is in the Bible.
Yep.
So you go to church with praising a white Jesus, but that book you hold so dear, that book you use to judge people left and fucking right that don't believe what you believe, because low key, again, white Christianity, again, slaves had to be indoctrinated to that or they didn't have no choice. Also, it's probably the first books they got to read. So it just weaved its way into black
Well,
tradition.
there was actually the slave Bible. They took actually most of that out of the book. And it was only like 18 chapters, I believe. So it was all about slavery and your master owning you, and you're supposed to obey your master. It was all the worst things ever. And I said, if they manipulated that book, just imagine the current one we have right now has been manipulated. Because if you look
And,
at go ahead.
no, go exactly what you were saying. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, but you look at the original text, a lot of the words are not what they say they are. they just started changing. A lot of the stuff started changing in the 1940, what was 1946 when they changed a lot of the stuff in the Bible. A lot of the stuff did not actually say that stuff, and that's the problem. We just have all these people trying to push this racist white narrative, and now we are in the state where people can't even say anything to anybody anymore without being harassed or fired now. Like
They're gonna
it's
use
becoming
this
too
as
much.
they're using this. They're using his death to get the censorship heavy
Yeah.
because it's been creeping in there. But his death, they're going to use. They're manipulating the fuck out his death to get what they want. They're manipulating him to shut people up. They're manipulating everything with his death because Trump said, "Oh, Charlie was like a son." Next day, that bitch was at an NFL game
Or not just that.
doing his little fucking midget.
The Trump dance. Yeah, you know what's funny? Even with that, they also asked him in front of the White House, and what he stated was, he said, "Yeah, but I got that ballroom. That ballroom is going to look great, ain't it?" And I was like, he just pushed Charlie Kirk to the side and started talking about a ballroom. But you know what I want to
That's
do? Let's go ahead.
Fire, right?
Turn your sound up just a little
That
bit.
very, that very clip is what got Jimmy Kimmel fired. He was talking about Charlie Kirk, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, let's see how the president feels about losing his friend." And he played that clip of the news reporter asking Trump about it, and Trump talking about the damn ballroom. That's what got him fired.
And I'm sitting
That's
here
what got him
like,
taken off
but
the air.
it's what he said. I'm just like, are you
You
serious?
said
How you gonna fire somebody by showing them what the fuck they said in real fucking time? But you know
But
what? I ain't worried about Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert. I mean, they white men, they gonna be all right
they sure
financially. You know what I'm
is.
saying? It's not like real people getting like laid off for having freedom of speech. Like it's like they just like it's like the political version of the fucking mafia. Like they just
Yeah.
like you have to you have to just they making it to where it's fucking Mein Kampf. It's the third fucking right. You got to pledge your fucking allegiance, and these coon ass motherfuckers don't realize that you're you're craving for white approval. Those type of white people in general, but those type of white people in particular, they don't like you. They tolerate you. They don't like you. They're tolerating you
Mm-hmm.
because you're pushing their narrative. But the moment they don't need you anymore,
They're
they're
done.
not going to do anything. Case in point, what it was Byron Douglas,
Mm-hmm.
Donaldson, and what was the other guy? The two-stepping veterans throughout the
Oh,
campaign.
oh my God, there's so many.
But it was him and it was another black man that was out there shilling for fucking Trump. And y'all still didn't get no cabinet position. Y'all out there shucking and jiving like a motherfucker. You sat there as a grown ass black man and at a rally that was shown nationally and probably worldwide, and you let that motherfucker pat you on your head like a goddamn dog. You fucking disgrace of a black man.
You know what they remind me of? They remind me of that black woman that was calling her goddamn knees in England when the
Yes.
president. Oh my God!
Yeah,
When I
like that.
showed
Oh my god! If you don't get the fuck up, you crying ass bitch. What the fuck for Prince Charles, ugly ass? Fuck out of here! If you gonna get your knees on somebody, damn it, let's at least let it be Prince Harry or something. But goddamn. And speaking of which, my boy, what's the oldest one? William. Baby, life ain't kind, my nigga. Life is rough for you. Bitch was balding early. Now
yeah.
he used to be the good. He used to be the fine when the hair was like the redhead stepchild. Harry said, "Hold my motherfucking beer, bitch." But that's how you know William is all Charles, and Harry ain't nothing but Diana.
Yep. And I'm gonna play a video for y'all. Let's take a look.
Transgender was a tranny. Come on, let's be honest about this.
That's disrespectful.
I really don't care because there are a lot of trannies out there that want me dead because I'm a rape victim who wants privacy in the bathroom. The trannies can F off. I don't care. They want to kill me and they're not going to.
How would you like if someone called you out of your name? If they called you a B word or any of that, how would you feel?
These people are calling me a cunt and all these awful names online. Are you kidding me? Come on.
They ain't lying.
They're the most egregious, most vile, violent people on earth. They are mentally ill and should be in a straitjacket with a hard steel lock on it. The transgender was a.
And I want to play this one from his supporters just to see his supporters. Take a look.
Messages that makes him similar to MLK in that way. What change was he trying to enact?
So you can say that, like, so are you okay if can I guess like what you think Charlie thinks? So you're surprised I'm comparing to MLK because you think that Charlie was driving races apart?
Oh no, you don't have to like assume what I'm thinking.
Okay, no. So no, we do believe that Charlie was trying to bring us together. He was trying to work us towards Christ.
How do you feel about a whole
Right to privacy, but they doxing people.
Do you guys feel like Charlie was like a
So this right here, this is who is backing him. People like Nancy Mace, the whole tranny thing. Now, somebody would call her a bony white bitch or pale or Neanderthal or lice carrier. She would be upset. And then she's sitting there saying they're trying to kill. Let me tell you something. The only people that I see on the news or on social media and on the radio is white people talking about we're going to have war, we're going to kill people, we're going to take the country back. They're the only ones talking like that. Everybody else is trying to live their lives, they're trying to survive. I have not heard people out here trying to do anything to them. So what do y'all think about those two clips?
Go ahead, Maya.
What I about these clips right here. I'm gonna just go down a list of names that I have in a particular group chat to describe Nancy Mace and all her other cracker counterparts. Okay. Mermaid Maniacs, Plantation Barbies, Vanilla Vultures, Rice Rascals, Milk Crickets, People of Colonial Complexion, Cheese Skin, Bleach Demons, Flower Monster, Discharge Doggies, Saltine Cracker, Sour Cream Salamanders, Cave Dweller, Cracker Mutations, Yeast Maggots, Snow Pigs, Milky Munchers, Yeast Yetis, No Purpose Flowers, iPhone light on mode, Iron Gogum, Plaster People, Dandruff Flake, Salt Shaker, Chalk Chow, Toilet Paper Roll, Sour Milk, Snow Possum, Palm Colored, Sour Milk, Blue Cheese Demon, Lice Lieutenant, Coke Rabbits, Dust Mites, Snow Roaches, Christopher Columbus Stains, Plaster Demons, Oreo Filling, Chalk Dust, Unedited Google Document, Unseasoned Chicken, Colonizer, Cotton Ball. Do you want me to go on? Because I got a whole nother list of names.
That was good enough.
Raggedy mother.
First of all, Nancy Mace is 47 and already giving crip fucking keeper. Okay, the white one thing about white women, you bitches, you age like spoiled motherfucking milk, bitch. Curdled milk. That's what the fuck it is. Cause you can do all the work you want on the face, but then them neck and hands gonna give you away every fucking time. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I saw a video today about she wants a safe restroom, and somebody made the assessment that they don't want the restroom to be for just women only.
Mhm.
What they want to do is force trans women into the bathroom with regular men so they can get attacked. That's what they want. I also saw a video where MAGA men are the most consumers of trans porn.
They are.
They consume it the most. Now to go to as far as what she did was she blamed the left too early, realized it wasn't us. So now what they're doing is they're trying to attach him to things with the left. So now he was in a relationship. He lived with his transsexual partner, even though they can't prove this shit because they're trying to make him left regardless. They don't want to take responsibility for it was one of their own. That boy shot Charlie Kirk because he wasn't far right enough. This boy was the Groiper. He was extreme far right. It's one of your fucking own, and y'all don't want to own it. So now, you know what the next thing that they're doing? Now they saying he was a 22-year-old Mossad agent. I need y'all to be so fucking for real.
They just keep making up all this stuff because what about tranny means that they're a Democrat? Caitlyn Jenner is a damn Republican, and it's a fucking tranny.
Don't say that, Mike. Just trans woman. We got to be
Trans
correct.
woman. I'm sorry. She said
They
it first.
already, because they already on our
I
ass
know
for
what
the
you were
last
saying.
episode. I
You're right.
understand.
I'm sorry, because she just pissing me off. They
But
just
then again,
keep making
she's talking about
stuff
Caitlyn
up.
Jenner. So go ahead. Anybody else? Caitlyn Jenner, tranny.
Trans woman.
Everybody else, trans woman, trans man. Let's clear it up, because we already had
Right.
some of them
Right.
upset in the motherfucking comments because you need to have a trans woman on your show. And
They should be upset with Nancy Mace. And the
Yeah.
sad part is there is still some trans women and trans men who support the Republican Party. If you really
yes,
want to be clear, you want to talk about trans and gay or LGBTQ plus, this started with white males. Okay. We talked about this. Back in slavery, they made men sag to show who they already buck broke. When they buck broke them, that means they did it in the butt. And they didn't do it because they was trying to teach a lesson. They did it because they liked it. I said this last time. They liked it first. But now they trying to make it a problem because people are out with it. That's all it is. A lot of them in the closet. A lot of them be at their cabinet meetings tooting it up in the office anyway. Why are y'all so focused on trans people, gay people, black people, and everything else that y'all focused on when we should be focused on how to make sure people got proper housing, how to make sure everybody's fed, how to make sure that these jobs are paying a livable fucking wage. But y'all too focused on trans people and what they got going on. They're living their fucking life as you should be. That's the problem with the word. They work with Republicans, period. They focus on the wrong shit and they lack accountability. Y'all are blaming everybody else except for the fact that this is a person that y'all bred. Regardless if this man was dating a trans woman, regardless if this man did turn Democrat for the few months he was in fucking college, the fact still is he was raised by Republicans who taught him how to be the person that he fucking was. Y'all taught him how to shoot people. Y'all taught him how to hate people. Y'all taught him to be the way he was, and that's why he took Charlie Kirk's life. This was y'all fuck up. Y'all don't know how to raise y'all kids right, regardless of what y'all say about black people. Y'all kids be the ones going to shoot shit up all the time. This would be considered another school shooting because Charlie Kirk got shot on a college campus full of college students by another white person. Yet y'all blaming everybody else but yourselves. It's y'all fault. This was a y'all thing. Just that simple. It irks my nerves to see that they just keep spinning the narratives. Like last night, I was live and I was debating with a Republican because they just say some of the dumbest thing. We was talking about Charlie Kirk and that other debate he had where he told the girl asked him like, hey, if you had a 10-year-old daughter and your 10-year-old daughter was raped by a man, would you force her to have that baby? He was like, yeah, the baby's going to be born. And then everybody twisting it up like, no, he's not saying that the rape was, oh, yes, he is. If you think this girl should have a baby by a predator, you think that what he did was okay. You're supporting that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of telling men to stop being predators, y'all trying to force the women to have the babies. Y'all focused on the wrong shit.
And I want to sit here and get the celebrities involved. I already knew what ever since I'm gonna say it afterwards. We just have to hear what Jamie Lee Curtis has to say. Let's take a look.
Charlie Crist was killed 2 days ago.
Charlie.
I'm sorry.
Kirk. Right.
Kirk. I just call him Crist. I think because of Christ. Because
I know you fucking lying.
Deep belief. I mean, I disagreed with him on almost every point I ever heard him say. But I believe he was a man of faith. And I hope in that moment when he died that he felt connected to his faith, even though I find his ideas were abhorrent to me. I still believe he's a father and a husband and a man of faith. And I hope whatever connection to God means that he felt it.
Ain't a tear coming out her eye, and I can't even see the bitch.
I know there is video of his assassination. I know people who've seen it. Yesterday, we watched again these images of those buildings coming down. We as a society are bombarded with imagery. So we don't know what the longitudinal effects of seeing those towers come down over and over.
Oh, girl. Let me read the comments on this one. Somebody said she didn't lost her damn mind. Rick says, I fear there are two very different Christians in this country. We've said that on the last podcast. Just a bunch of pictures. CJ Mendez, see, this is why Michael kept coming back to get her. Pam Watt 1979. I can respect her for this. Okay, so then Pink got into it, and she says, I want fake sympathy. Pink shocked the world. The next time someone brings up the morning Charlie Kirk to you, ask as if you don't know who he is. Ask them what he is known for. Ask what kind of things he talked about. Make them explain it. Make it awkward. That's how you sit there and do it. Pink. That's why I always respect Pink. I've never liked Jamie Lee Curtis since that Oscar thing with Angela Bassett, because it was the way everybody knows she wasn't supposed to win that. Angela Bassett should have won that. But, you know, it was like everybody was trying to get upset that she wasn't clapping for Jamie Lee Curtis. And Jamie Lee Curtis always gave to me uppity white suburban white woman. She's always giving it off to me. All her movies, she's always giving it to me. And you don't really see her act with a lot of black people. What do y'all think about the celebrities getting involved?
I knew the bitch was delusional when she said you can't, on that red carpet, when she said you can't tell her trans daughter from her born female daughter, like from her actor. You couldn't tell her trans daughter from her, other daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pull up
she
that
has a
picture,
trans daughter, right?
Yeah, and that's what makes it even worse. That
So
makes it even worse. So she was like, "Oh, I hope but he was a man of faith." Bitch, what faith? What faith we talking about? Because like they said in the comment, it's two different types of Christians in this motherfucker. Because who are you talking about? But I knew the bitch was off her rocket in. Because look up the picture of Jamie Lee Curtis' trans daughter on the fucking red carpet. Because even Dominique Morgan clocked that tea, and that's a trans woman. And she was like, we gave you some grace. But you fucked like you. All these celebrities coming out, and low key, I love Viola Davis, but she liked a Charlie Kirk a post about somebody grieving him or some shit. Then Maria Shriver did the shit, and they eating her ass up. Now I believe since then Viola Davis took her light back, and bitch, don't y'all know Olivia motherfucking Benson liked the post, and they was getting in her ass, and she went and unliked the motherfucking post. Bitch, we done seen it. I be trying to ride with SVU. It's been on this last leg fucking 2 decades ago. But I be trying to stick with you hoes. But now, like Benson, my nigga, and she got black children.
Ritza, why would you do that? I don't like with Ritza. I still fuck with SVU. Why she had to do that?
I still watch it too, because I'm like, it's the writing is horrible, but I've been with this bitch since day one, so I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall the fuck off. Like the writing is horrendous.
That Jamie Lee Curtis came like in the first few seconds, she said, "I disagree with everything he said," and it said, "I believe in what he was." Girl, which one is he? Or you believe in it?
But do you see this? Do you see that? Like, you can come on now. What if you? This is my thing, and I hate to be say it like this, but if you're going to turn into a trans from a man to a woman, at least fully go out and do it the correct way. Halfway doing it like this or Caitlyn Jenner, it's not going to work for me, because that's a disrespect to women that sit here and do this every day. They sit here and make their bodies look good. They wax. They get their hair done, and this is as rich as Jamie Lee Curtis is. This is what they could produce for that. I'm sorry, that's just not going to work for me.
She looked like what? She looked like a fat ass Rachel Dratch from SNL.
It's ridiculous.
Like and don't come in the comments and eat me up. I'm not saying it because she's trans. I'm saying it because look at the face. Look at her face, and go look at Rachel Dratch, who low key looked like Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. They all got the fucking same face. It's like Harry Potter, the finest one out the fucking bunch. Then you got Rachel Dratch, and then you got this Jamie Lee Curtis daughter. Like, nobody can tell the difference, bitch. Are you what? We ain't blind, bitch. Who can't tell the difference? Stevie Wonder?
And let's hear what Joy Reid had to say, because she said a lot. She broke it down the other day, and it was dope. So we gotta take a look.
Oh
What she
yeah,
said.
I saw
You're
this
also
one. This,
angry.
yeah, she
You have
went
the
off.
White House. You have both houses of Congress. You have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs, even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI, as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want?
So what do y'all think of that? And there was some things I want to say that she had mentioned real quick. Kash Patel. Now, one thing that irritates me about Kash Patel is that motherfucker, it looks crazy for one. And every time he lies, that eye be going all over and then it goes back to the right side because he lies so much. I mean, you have to sit there and look at that. Like you guys came out, and this is a bad job. Normally when the FBI gets involved in something, they got you. These past, few months, it's like they get involved. They say, "Oh, we got him. No, we didn't get him. We got him. No, we didn't get him." And they had got so many people before they got the guy that they got now that assassinated Charlie Kirk. Then you have
when it was when it was Luigi, they knew that bitch whole life story was less than a fucking week.
Everything.
They knew everything about him in less than a fucking week. But when it's your fucking people, you're dragging your feet on it. And Kash Patel always looked like he high. How you gonna be cockeyed and high at the same goddamn time? Because that ain't doing no favors for your eyes, bitch. It's really not. So it's like it makes it even. He always look like he shit on himself. Like every time you see him, he always look like a fucking cockeyed deer in headlights. He just always like that motherfucker. Like, you got enough money, go get that shit fixed or something. What's some glasses, nigga? Something I don't know. But like,
look at that.
goddamn,
Then he looked crazy as hell. Look at this guy. I mean,
he
looks
looked
like
he gonna assassinate. That's his official photo, and he looked like he gonna assassinate. So yeah, put your glasses back on, nigga, cause this shit ain't working. The fucking if you wearing contacts, bitch, take them the fuck off, cause you look crazy as shit.
And then
Look at that picture. He literally looked like he just shit on himself and he don't know what to do. And he got caught. He looked like he was watching kitty porn and got caught or some shit.
And this old weird looking bitch. Let me tell you, and this is another thing. You know what? Joy Reid was telling the truth. It seemed like they got everything. They have everything, and they're still upset. And I told people, I said, growing up in Kansas and Missouri, and I'll repeat this multiple times. I don't care how many people have to hear this. I said they are not satisfied until people are miserable and they got servants, they got people cooking their food, they got people doing their laundry, they got people doing things for them for free. They're not happy with that. They like to keep people down. And that's how that was in Kansas. And I said it was so depressing. And what gets me about DEI, she's a clear example of this. She was the superintendent at one of the school districts. And then when she became the Department of Education secretary, they found out that she didn't have an education degree. She had a French degree. That's not education. That's speaking French. And what she did is still got the job from lying. And that I tell people, clear example of DEI. Then nobody, you know what? I will say the other person that's the epitome of white privilege and DEI, not just Trump, RFK Jr. RFK Jr. This guy, let's just keep it real with everybody.
Well, before we get there. Linda McMahon, you know that bitch is illiterate because Harvard corrected the fucking letter she sent. They redlined the fuck out that bitch.
But
Can
she's
we
the head
just
of.
say point where he picked all like pretty much this is a celebrity cabinet pretty much. This is
Mm-hmm.
celebrity apprentice what was his show? Celebrity Apprentice, but it's
Yeah,
in the White
Exactly.
House.
That's all it is. He thinks he lives. He's on the Truman Show in his mind. Like all of this is a TV show. It's the he thinks that this he thinks like approve. He thinks this it's all about ratings and shit. Like he's fucking with people's lives because he still think he on TV. I can't respect the motherfucker that. Do you know on The Apprentice they literally had somebody on set to change his fucking diaper and wipe his literally wipe his ass
that's
down
nasty.
because
That's
he was
nasty.
because he smelled so fucking bad because he would literally shit on himself and they literally had a person designated to clean his ass like a fucking big ass baby he is.
That's a big old
He,
dude too.
yeah, he stinks. Like imagine doing so much motherfucking blow coke speed and whatever the fuck that you ain't even got control over your fucking bowels.
That's
Shitty
nasty.
diaper Don.
That's nasty. And you know what gets me is RFK Jr. The whole family don't like him, and it's clear why. First of all, he's the epitome of white privilege. This is what I have. This is what I have to compete against when I was in Kansas and Missouri. I don't care how old or young they were. I had to compete against this. They would get somebody with no education in that field, no experience, never worked for the company or division before, a heroin addict, not only a heroin addict, a chain smoker, and this guy is the head of the Department of Health. I ain't met now one minority that was ever able to with one of those. You miss one of those, you couldn't even get a job like that. This guy got a job missing everything.
I can't even. I'm RFK Jr. I'm in charge of health, but I don't believe in health at all. And the aliens are coming, and we need to take their venom so you can live. That type of fuck you, Mitch. You the unwanted Kennedy. That's not the reason why he went to Trump's side is because he know he the unwanted fucking Kennedy. Bitch, you literally done killed the one. Your wife committed motherfucking suicide because you was a habitual fucking cheater. But they don't want to talk about that shit. Yeah, it's man, it's really fucked. Loki, I just saw somebody with a tag when I was out. It said RCK, so I think his name was Rick, but the other part of the tag was F47. And I was like, yes, there we go. That's this one. I gotta see if I can update my tags or some shit. Cause
And did you hear? I don't know if y'all seen this, but this is making this round. This pastor.
oh yes.
Did you see it?
Yes, he tore that shit up. He that's how he did it right. You ain't coming for his job, bitch.
Maya, did you see it?
No, but go ahead and play it because it
No,
was good.
All right, we're about to play this right now. Let's take a look.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America.
Yeah, the oysters in the bag. I was rushing and I spilled. So I was rushing trying to put everything out.
Energetic racist all of his life, sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And people with selective rage who were mad about Charlie Kirk, but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home. Tell me I have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become
There
a
it is.
hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live.
So what did y'all think of that?
He ain't tell not one lie. That the problem is now that Charlie Kirk is dead, people want us to show empathy and sympathy and care about him, but he didn't care about nobody when he was alive. And that's exactly what that pastor said. You can't think your death is gonna redeem everything you did while you was alive because it fucking don't. And I wish more people in the world. He said it nicer than I ever could have, because I still stand on everything I said. But he said it what everybody's thinking. We clearly don't give a fuck because he was a terrible person when he was alive. So you can't expect us to act like he wasn't because he gone. No. You think us seeing that bullet go in his neck just gave us some sort of empathy when the very thing that he preached to people was to not show empathy? And the reason he don't want people to show empathy is because if think about it, if European immigrants show empathy to black people, to Hispanic people, to everybody, then that means they will have to understand exactly what's going on and how what the fuck they do is wrong. That's why he preached for them not to show us empathy. I mean, well, not to show empathy, period. And why he doesn't show empathy, because if he does, then he'll have to actually care about what's going on and understand how fucked up of a person he is and how fucked up the Republicans are and how fucked up the system is. But because he don't want empathy, why the fuck we got to show him empathy because he gone?
You better speak.
He didn't want to show it to nobody else.
You better speak.
That's it. And just side note, the wife then already came out and said she want everybody to help her make his platform even bigger than it was before. So I was correct when I said fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck his wife, and fuck them kids, because you are literally gonna teach them. It's no way for them to escape that unless they grow up and decide like, hey, this is wrong. But other than that, you're going to raise them in hate. You're going to raise them in racism. You can't ask black people for empathy or this is the thing. White people, especially MAGA, but I feel that way about all white Americans. There's something, because like I said, the racism is rooted in their DNA and they have to actively work to not be racist. But one thing about it is that with white people, they still think on some level mentally in their mind that they own us. That's why they think they demand our labor, emotional labor, physical labor. They want us to make them feel good about They'll stab us in the back and want us to make them feel good about doing it. Case in point, white women in corporate America. Because they expect you to either be the mammy that's gonna coddle them when they feelings fucking hurt or when they having a down day. You got the fucking fat, sassy, funny bitch that they need you to be to amuse them. Or you're the what was the other one? Because it's three levels to it. So you got the mammy, the one that makes you feel good about yourself, and if you're not any of those, it's the third, and I can't think of it right now. But the last realm, if you don't fit all those other narratives that they expect black women to be, you're the angry black woman automatically. If you don't engage with them, if you don't feed into their bullshit, if you're not there to hype them up, because that's what they want. They want you to coddle them, be the one to hype. Oh, be they go to gossip buddy. Like, you can gossip as long as you gossiping with them. You can't gossip amongst yourself with other black women and black men. You can't do that, because the minute they see you doing that shit,
You're threatened.
you get threatened with something, or your performance is weak, or they gonna move you around the department to put you in a space that's all white. And when you put you in a space that's all white and you still act like I'm not giving y'all nothing, then that's the problem. Because I hate the pressure that they put on black women to make conversation and be friendly. I'm here to work. We are here to work. We clock in, work, and clock the fuck out. I'm not obligated to tell you about my weekend. I'm not obligated to tell you what not just I, but we are not obligated to tell you about our weekend. We're not obligated to tell you about our home life. We don't owe y'all that shit. They still think they own us, which is why they feel so entitled to us. And in that clip with Joy Reid, I don't know if it played, because it didn't play all the way through because her thing was kind of long, where she said, dang, I lost my point. But in that thing she was saying, like, like again, they have everything, and it's like they got what they wanted, but they lost everything they had at the same time. The farmers in Nebraska is in Nebraska and Arkansas. Nebraska about to go bankrupt. Good luck, bitch. Um, the farmers, they got what they wanted. They got what they voted for, but they've lost everything. And now they're pleading with the man they voted for to help them. Now they since Trump ain't stepping in, now all of a sudden they're praying. Now you want to pray to God. Guess what? Black Jesus is declining the motherfucking call, bitch. Because the white Jesus might be paying you some attention, but I guarantee you, Black Jesus is call denied. I can't help you. I can't wait. Well, see, Charlie Kirk obviously was never getting to heaven, but it would be some shit if like he got in the waiting room and he got to see Black Jesus deny his shit.
That
Because I
would be a
really think
thing.
he'd be like, "Oh my God, Jesus is a nigger."
Go ahead and go back on that gate. Go to that little gate that's burning up over there.
Yeah, that you see you feel where you feel go where you feel the heat. Walk in the direction of the heat, Nick, bitch.
And I want to show y'all this video because even with that being said, uh, this is white on white crime. This is white on white crime. This has nothing to do with Black people. HBCUs were being targeted. And this is not just this is the golden boy of white dudes, Christian Mormon, young white dude. The family's all Trump Republicans. They stay in the whitest state in one of the whitest states in the country, Utah. This had nothing to do with Black people. But this is where we was at. And so this is what's exciting right now.
Street in this country. Come on, give us permission to kill people, Trump. We need permission to kill people. Just turn us loose. We'll go door to door. And who are you to decide who dies and who doesn't? I think it's so funny that the entire right was ready to wage war on a suspect that didn't exist, wasn't arrested for 36, 48 hours, and wouldn't have been arrested had it not been for a dad turning his fucking son in. It wasn't the FBI arrested him. And now y'all ready to wage fucking war over a fucking killer that killed one of your own and was born, raised, and bred in a family that holds y'all same ideals. And now, before there was ever a suspect, y'all all ready for vengeance and violence and going door to door and killing people. All because somebody said something you didn't like about somebody that died? All because somebody celebrated something and somebody died? You wanna resort to violence. Sounds like you're closer to the murderer of Charlie Kirk than the people celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. To see, Charlie Kirk said don't have empathy. They're practicing what he preached. Y'all aren't. He said empathy was a bad thing to have in 2025. It was a made-up construct that is destroying our society. And he also said gun violence is a inevitable way of American life. And y'all want to ride and die behind this motherfucker. One day, your words are all going to come back on you. One day, all y'all threats, one day, all this bullshit is going to come back on y'all, and it is going to fucking suck the day it does. Not going to suck for me, because I ain't said nothing crazy. I ain't called for no violence. I've actively tried to stem it and just said, hey, let's stop being fucking stupid. Y'all sound fucking stupid for you.
And I just want to read some of the comments before we talk about this. Z Terra Bear, he should be locked up for making that video. Nosy People TV, Civil War for what? White on white crime? Bucella, they act like their enemy doesn't have weapons in this country. Dykra 3, he's inciting violence. And Walter Walker says, so right wants political violence. And this would probably be our last video because we're going to be ending soon. My grandma and great grandma I want to tell so many stories because she used to sit us down on Sundays. Actually, not Sundays, Saturdays, because Sundays was church. She would sit us down on Saturdays and she would talk to us about all the things that's going on. She would say, y'all don't understand how bad white people can get. They can just go into your house, pull your son, pull your uncle out, and just hang them from the tree or drag them down the street behind the car. And there was nothing you can do about it. And a lot of stuff didn't get reported. A lot of stuff didn't get put in the news or the media. And this is what they said was everyday occurrence. And my cousins, they kind of try to discount her. They was like, oh, that grandma, you just, a fearmonger and everything. And she says, you are a fool to think that. And now everything is coming full circle. It's like we're reverting right back to that stuff. So this is white on white crime. Had nothing to do with us from one of their own. What do y'all think about that?
The problem is they wanted it to be us. That's what it is. They wanted it to be one of us, or they wanted to find somebody to pin it on, because they wanted it to either be a Hispanic person or a black person. But that video of the initial man saying what he said, like pretty much let us get him.
Crazy.
That just shows how much of monsters y'all are. The very monsters y'all portray us to be, that is in y'all DNA.
Yeah.
Like y'all just want somebody to give y'all permission to go out killing people. Do y'all not forget during Jim Crow and all of that stuff, because of people voting for, because of people whistling, looking at y'all wrong, that y'all hung people, y'all beat them. Everything y'all wanted to do when Charlie Kirk got killed, y'all did it back in the day. Y'all not making up nothing new. Y'all just rinse, wash, and repeat, because that's that shit that it's in y'all. It's in y'all DNA. Y'all ancestors taught y'all that. Back in during Jim Crow, that was their parents and fucking grandparents. So none of this stuff has ever left. That's why you will never convince me that European immigrants are not racist. We still have, we may have some that are not, but it's not a lot doing the work, because the moment y'all get pissed off, that's the first thing y'all
They
resort to
turn.
is violence.
They turn. And that's what I tell a lot of people. I said, and there was this girl, and I'll probably play this on the next Sunday, but she was pretty much saying, she says, you know, and she talks about her being in a white racist family a lot. And she says, as soon as she says, the one thing that you need to know about a lot of her family and white folks is that as soon as you piss them off, you got to see how they react to you. And if they react violence and calling you nigger and all that stuff, she says, you know, they were never for you. She said, that's one of the biggest tell signs that you can see from a person. And what bothers me is that we have absolutely nothing to do with it. First of all, didn't you say there ain't no niggas in Utah? So we not out there like that, no way. So for us,
so how would it ever gonna be us? Like we're not. They wouldn't let nobody on there. They wouldn't have a black person would have stuck out. Like first of all, when it's black people involved, it's high security. When it's all white people, it's no security. That's how the boy got in. Y'all have it fucked up. Y'all think y'all be looking for us. When it's all white, y'all barely have fucking security.
Yep.
Why didn't you have bodyguards? Oh, because you felt like you didn't need it, because you didn't think one of your own was gonna take you out. You can't make it black. The majority of black people that didn't know who Charlie Kirk was, how the fuck do we like we don't give a fuck. We don't give enough of a fuck about you to try and kill you. That's the part they're missing.
Nobody even knew who he was at first until
exactly
he blew up.
Like I knew of him because I watched like other creators and stuff that like talk about those things. So I knew who he was and I knew what he stood for. That's why I didn't give a fuck. Now the dude in the first the first part of the video, he couldn't find his dick with a motherfucking flashlight. So he mad about that. He mad about that Vienna sausage he walking around with. Half of a Vienna sausage. That's what the fuck he mad about. These white men, all they want to talk about, oh, it's gonna be civil war. You motherfuckers been talking about civil war since 2020, bitch. Make it happen. Stop yapping and make it motherfucking happen. That's it. I said that last time. I'm gonna say it again today. Shut the fuck up at this point. If you're gonna do it, fucking do it. That's it. Stop talking. Stop talking about it and be about. I'm looking for civil war. We're coming, bitch. You're gonna have to come to us. You're not coming to black neighborhoods. You're not coming into areas that are predominantly black. You're not fucking doing it because you know how you're going to leave that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coming. So stop all that motherfucking talking. That's why they are doing everything to get us out in the goddamn street, because they know they too afraid to come to us. They want us to come to them.
And their plan didn't work. That's the thing. That's why they were like upset. You remember that for the first few months, it's like, why aren't the black people out here protesting? And what? Man, we not doing that shit no more. We did it for everybody. Everybody turned their backs on us. I don't care what minority gets upset. Every Asian, every Latin, every Middle Eastern, etc. Even when we be at their stores, they follow us around the store. They overcharge us. They don't like us in their stores. And y'all want us to fight for y'all? I said, no, it's time for y'all to fight. Y'all did the shit. You clean it up.
That's exactly, and you see how the white people, this is all our fight. This. No, bitch, it ain't. Because again, it goes back to what I just said. They think they own us, so they're entitled. They think they're entitled to our bodies, to our labor, to our emotional labor, physical labor. Like I said before, That is the root of the fucking issue. White people still think they fucking own us. Even the quote unquote allies. And that's another thing I wanted to address real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of you white allies, because I had somebody, this is
Call them out.
bullshit.
Call them
Huh?
out. Call
Yeah,
their asses out.
this is bullshit. Not all white people think that way. You just proved my motherfucking point. Because if you're a true ally, then you understand how black you can't fully understand, but you can wrap your head around the concept of how black people feel. Also, if you was a true ally and you understood the concept of how we feel, you wouldn't have been offended because you would understand.
Mhm.
So the minute white people can't, as much as I say, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Mhm.
They still feel some type of way because they're the person I'm talking to. They don't think they're the person I'm talking to, or low key they know they're the person, and then they feel when I say something and they get offended by it, and they gotta say not all white people are like that. Then that lets me know you're the white person that I'm talking about because you still feel some type of way. You
Mhm.
wouldn't feel some type of way if you was a true ally.
Yeah.
And this is why, like I said last time,
Jamie Lee
you
just
don't
proved that
trust.
to us.
Yes. Miss, oh, she, I'm a trans
Yeah.
ally. I'm an
Yeah.
ally for all the people. And in a minute, somebody that you see yourself in, a fellow
Crying over
white
him.
person, all of a sudden you crying. And like I said, I guarantee you, you couldn't see her face because the bitch didn't. Not one tear was shed.
Well, she's
She's
an
a
actor, of
motherfucking.
course.
She's a fucking actress. And it's on voice because maybe they are video, but if you find the fucking video, I guarantee you the bitch ain't shed no tears. Oh well, I mean, a man that everything I disagreed with, you didn't disagree with it enough because you out here giving him sympathy and empathy. Shit, he didn't want
With a trans daughter.
with a trend. That's the part I don't understand. These celebrities, I don't know if it's a PR move or what the fuck they doing, but y'all can just shut the fuck up. Cause literally, your fans is all you fucking got. Trump don't give a fuck. He ain't putting no money in your fucking pocket. Your fans, your fan base is putting money in your pocket. And you don't realize how much more liberals you have in your fan base than you do
Yeah.
have MAGA. Cause MAGA hates everything y'all do. MAGA hates fucking Hollywood.
Oh yeah. They can't stand it.
MAGA hates Hollywood. So why the fuck are you celebrities out here running your goddamn mouth? Shut the fuck up. Cause like right now, people already ain't got the money. Y'all hanging on by a thin motherfucking thread.
Shit, $25 a damn ticket. I said, hell no. Better
To
wait for that
take
shit to
to
come on
take
Netflix.
me, to take me, my daughter, my niece and nephew to the fucking movies is damn near $80 to $100. That like it's basically $20 a fucking ticket. So that's 80. Go to the motherfucking concession stand. That's $50 real easy. But I'm gonna tell y'all already know.
Put
I'm a
it in
nigga
your
with it.
put it
I'm a
in your
nigga with
bag.
it. We going to Walgreens. We getting some candy. We getting some sodas, and TT got the big motherfucking purse, bitch. That's what we doing. We going to the food court. I got the big purse. That's the.
And we
I'll
gonna
go
be all
put.
right.
Go get exactly. Go get you for anybody if y'all don't know already know how to do this. Go in the mall. Go to a store like Macy's, Bloomingdale, some shit like that, and ask them for a motherfucking shopping bag. Put your shit in there because they ain't gonna stop you.
And as we end this show, I know we wanted to speak about Trey Reed. May he rest in peace. We're gonna speak about him actually on the Sunday's episode. Because
Yes,
as you
we got to
see,
get into it.
there's no flags lowered for Trey Reed, a college freshman. I mean, let's just keep.
They already waiting on us to talk about it. So I did tell the people we will be discussing it
Oh yeah,
on Sunday because they was like, Nikki, you gonna talk about it? I'm like, we all gonna talk about it on the podcast.
this
So
is ridiculous. I
yeah, so
mean,
we will be talking about it on Sunday in detail and giving our feelings. Plus, I think it's appropriate to have an episode for him
yeah,
and not like no Charlie Kirk shit.
we don't want to hear
I
about
don't
his
want
ass
his
no more.
name. I don't want his name in an episode with Charlie Kirk because
Yeah,
he's not
I'm okay
Charlie Kirk
tired
is
of
not
Charlie
worthy of
Kirk.
that.
Like he gone and we said everybody's still talking about it. I'm ready for the day where we don't have to hear his name no more. I'm over it. I'm over
amen.
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. I
Well,
did have some two. I had at least two more diabolical jokes I need to get out. So, but then again, you know, since they taking our shit and they trying to sell it, I think I'm gonna say that for the merch.
yeah, we got because yeah, we'll talk about that Sunday. We'll talk
Sunday,
about that
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah, because I'm putting them motherfuckers on blast.
But as always, Maya, where can they find you at?
You can find me on all platforms at Maya Lamise. My YouTube is Elevate with Maya.
And Miss Nikki.
You can find me on Instagram, bitch_happens, TikTok, bitch happens, one word. YouTube is knickknack23, NIKNAK 23. And as always, Knickknack After Dark is Friday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern on TikTok Live. One of these days, I'm gonna get these two on here. It's they coming for an episode, so we'll make it happen. But we having a lot of fun over there. I got to get the last two episodes up, but we had a good. The last episode we had a good old time. Your girl was gardening, so we
Oh,
had a
yeah.
good time.
Y'all see Auntie been over here yawning and whatnot. I be in bed early, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she listen. Maya since she got fired, she say fuck y'all. She been everywhere. She been every video. She been in the studio. Like I'm like, damn, look at my bitch getting
Come
professional
on,
and
Maya.
shit.
It's
Look,
working. Ain't working.
oh, Nikki, I gotta tell you something. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I forgot we still
Oh,
recording.
shout out to all the FCP fans out there. We got our viewership up. We have we have over 1,000 new subscribers. Our IG page is also over 1,000
Yes.
subscribers, and it is continuing to grow. So we thank you so much. I see the comments. I'm not running. Vision runs the page, but I see the comments and I do try to respond. But he will be responding to you all. But we see the love, and I love to see what people are like. I love y'all show. This is my new favorite
Yeah.
show, and this is I found you here, I found you there, and I'm so
That
glad. And so that is
that
like,
special was fire. Everybody
yeah,
was like, whoa. I was like, and somebody said, where's Maya? I said she wasn't able to make it, but me and Nikki held it down.
yes. So
Yeah.
we was like, she will be on the next one, as you see. So again, thank you all so much for the love, and everything is starting to pick up, and we doing it organically. And trust me, we got the merch is coming soon. Don't we heavy on that. Your girl is working. I already got at least three shirts ready to fucking that we could just ready to go. So we will be working on that. So stay tuned for that. But thank y'all for rocking with us and helping our platform grow and organically, and that y'all love that we keeping it real, and that's what we do. We're not here to make anybody comfortable because y'all been comfortable too long. We here to talk real shit, and we don't apologize for that. So if you can't handle the heat, you got to stay out the kitchen.
And as always, thanks for watching FTP Podcast, for the people, by the people, to bring the power back to the people. I'm your host, Vision X, and please tune in next time. We will have our next episodes updated later today.
Yeah.